Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Well, I'm on the way to the gym, and I decided to redo my videos. Babies, tame it down or I'll put you in the hall. Okay, this video is get through economic pain, things will get better. The babies are excited. They want to send their love. Get through the economic pain, things will get better. So, last night, I was watching Pink Fairy's video. Go to her. She's one of the most stable channels on YouTube. She's been doing this a long time like I have. And she mentioned that her revenue was down from YouTube. So what happened is the YouTube money came a day early, and last month it came a day late. It used to come on the dot, so I don't know what's up with that. So she had mentioned that her revenues were down, and so when I went to the bank, I was somewhat prepared, and like I was so tired, and I was so beat up, and I thought, I'm too tired to go to the gym. I thought, you are going to the gym, you are coming home, you are making your YouTube video. That is what you do. So I left a comment under her video. What do you have to say to your followers? I want to hear what you have to say. And what she had to say was very, very important, because when I went to the bank, I had a 30% retraction on my YouTube. And I thought, 30%? That's a big bite. But I thought about Dave Ramsey. This is not the end of the world. This is a temporary inconvenience. Yes, I've been doing the Dave Ramsey thing for a couple years. I'm still on the baby steps, paying my credit cards down, and I'm not getting rid of my credit cards. But another one who follows Dave Ramsey better than I do, of course, is Prepper Princess, and she's doing pretty well too. So, okay, I got to the bank and I saw there was a 30% reduction, and I thought, oh, 30%, Every month I will take 30% off the top and put it in my savings account. I have learned my lesson. Okay, so that is what has brought this get through the economic pain, things will get better video. Isaiah 41:10. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen and I will help you. Okay, some of us say stand on the word. What does that mean? It means the Bible said it. That means that's what it means. Don't be afraid, I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and I will help you. Like by seeing the pattern and taking my 30% out. Okay, I want to mention John McCain. I thought a lot of people missed his death. But he campaigned on staying the course. Don't let yourself be distracted here, be distracted there. Stay the course and get through this economic pain. Okay, prepare for economic pain. How? Prepare now. Okay, a house full of food won't hurt. You lose some of your money, all you need is water, food, shelter and heat, and clothing. Okay, you might not look like a red carpet, but it's not important what you look like. It's important reality. Okay, prepare now for future hardship as a way of life, and we'll get into why in a minute. Prepare for a depression. Okay, there's a story of a grandmother during the Great Depression, and her grandsons couldn't get a job, so she brought him a pizza shop. The family earned a living selling pizzas from the Depression to this day. The grandsons need a job. Nobody will hire them. The grandmother says, okay, I got the idea for you. Okay? No. The reason YouTube is down, YouTube revenue is down, is because there's more competition and less advertising. So when Pink Fairy and I started YouTube, she does the best videos, you guys. I used to get 250,000 views on a 2-minute video, but nobody was doing YouTube. More competition at the bottom for resources when times are hard. People go, I know, I'll start a YouTube channel. It has its ups and downs. I think one thing that makes some people persevere is, like in my case, I thought if I ever retire, I want to tell people how I got by when I was divorced. Okay, one thing you want to do is you want to expand your revenue. Like I used to work 3 shops, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But working hard might not necessarily work if there is more competition at the bottom. Like, what did that mean? Well, if we have a lot of migrants, you don't want to work cheap. That's fine. They will. I think that's like why all of us kind of know it might. Okay, the country looks at what is good for the country, the entire country, not each person, which makes sense. China is this way. You don't want to work? Okay, there's 100 people who do. There's 1,000 people who do. Okay, I started doing the swap meet when I retired because I knew if I was willing to, oh, that's annoying. If I was willing to sell cheap, each and every Saturday and Sunday, I could come home with no less than $200 selling $1 each cash. So that's why I started that. Okay, I noticed on eBay, because probably the less spending, that a lot of things that I used to sell are undervalued. So I don't want to sell my my vintage record albums for $29. I don't want to sell what else did I? Clocks. My $100 clocks for $30. So I'm hanging on to them. Collectibles are a little bit effective. Okay, one of the things that I try to sell is I can find perfumes, small ones. I've sold quite a few of these. These are luxury. This is Norel. It smells really good. I'm not selling it because I love it, because that's why I bought it. Is this thing still going? Okay. Okay. Also, this is a luxury item. This is a spun glass bowl I bought one time. I love this. These are expensive. I could sell it. They're expensive. This is the kind of stuff I want to sell because the postage is very greedy. You've got to charge a person as much postage as the item costs. Also, I have baseball cards, which are cheap too. I don't want to sell my baseball cards. What I do is I look around for collections. I could sell them. I don't want to. And comic books. I could sell them. I don't want to. Okay, we're looking for resource snatching. Like, you have a job, but your boss's cousin or friend doesn't. Apartments. My relative or friend needs your apartment. The owner wants his apartment back. Okay, how about this? 2 people, you work real hard, you build up, this happened to me hundreds of times. You build up a nice business. 2, you're a hog. You have to share. 2 people can do your job. Like who? The owner and someone else they hire to sit around and build another clientele. Yes. I know all about this stuff. Okay, now we're looking for inflation. That's a hidden tax. The rich people pay more, the poor people pay more. Recession, check. Depression, maybe. Famine, possibly. And we want to prepare for crop failure. Okay, the thing to remember with crop failure is the crops fail, you replant, no matter how late. But the best thing is grow year round and learn how to do it. So the inflation, the recession, the depression, the crop failure, it comes around every now and then. It's just like, okay, a 30% retraction. Okay, next month I save 30%. And when this stuff starts coming around big time, it could be worldwide. Okay, so red flags for economic pain: jobless, repos on cars and homes, COVID, and wars. Check, check. Okay, now what we're doing is we're not really worried about the other guy out there, because the other guy could be superficial. I saw somebody was moving into one of these townhouses, and the one next door to me has had 3 people move out and then in and then out and then in. So that one, the people moved out, the people moved in the next day. So one of the things is strong and stable. That means you're going to weather these storms that are coming. We know they're coming. There's nothing we can do about it. You know, I can remember somebody we know lost $4,000. Somebody I know lost all of his retirement. My mother-in-law lost half of the equity in her house, and she was really old, and it was really bad. So you have to earn your way. So I want to talk to you about this guy, the renter, the first one. Okay, the guy was an engineer. The COVID came along. He thought it was possible he might lose his job. So he worked from home. He didn't lose his job. His wife worked all the time. I never saw her. I remember, and him and I used to talk once in a while, and I remember him out in the front yard. School was starting, and he was like cleaning the shoes for the kids up with a little brush, and I thought, wow, they really live on the low. And so the whole time they sold their house. These townhouses are small. That one's really small. And he was in there with 2 kids, no yard, and they were quiet as mice. And he told me the whole time he was in the apartment, he was investing in the stock market. And one day they drove by this really nice house down the street. He went in and he said, if you sell me the house, I'll let you list the house. So the realtor listed and sold the house to him. And so he was able, by being very, very thrifty. So you see these people in these good areas, and you don't see the whole family crammed into this tiny house it was a pretty long time, guys. Okay, so now let's go back to food. A house full of food won't happen. Let's say we were going to prepare for a famine. We want flour, sugar, yeast, salt. So bread, potatoes, rice and beans, and the big bags. Oil, corn flour and cornmeal, peanuts, so you can make peanut butter, oat milk. You can make oat milk, but if you have a 1/4 cup oatmeal, a 1/4 cup nuts and raisins, and a 1/4 cup powdered milk, and 1.5 cups water, you can have a nice big breakfast. And then I was doing the prison food, so I added a Danish, which I bought at Walmart yesterday. Okay, vegetable oil, soybeans, so you can make soy milk, apples and raisins dry, and we want to can and preserve, like military rations if you can get them. Like, it can't hurt to buy a couple of cases. My grandmother used to do that. This is an example of the size. This is a deviled ham. I will be stocking up on these. You can make several sandwiches, but the military rations in the olden days, the cans were this size. So be thinking about a famine. So be thinking about big bags, and then you're just going to have to eat it. You're strong, okay? So now think about this that I did this week. homemade bread and butter and peanut butter. I don't do this stuff for my health. This is the way I live. 4 cans fruit and vegetables, that's for one person. 4 cans beans, 4 cans each, so 1 each. Peas, green beans, lima beans, corn, large blocks of cheese, large bags of powdered milk, pickled food, large bags of rice and beans, and soy plants. So you can stay the course. Galatians 6:9 through 12. And let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not lose heart. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all, especially to those who are in the household of faith. So in time, you just like today, I am so beat up, I don't feel like going to the gym. I'm going to the gym. And then one thing that really helps is if you're grateful for what you have. So say if your income retracted 30% and you have food in your house to go for like a month, that would be awesome. Okay, now this is the last thing. This is the last and one of the most important. Oh no, this is not the last thing. I got free sandwiches at 7-Eleven, so I thought, why don't you buy your own sandwiches? And then when you come home from the gym, Walmart, one of the Walmart I love has markdown bakery, markdown sandwiches, and markdown salads, and then it has a discount rack. I buy stuff there all the time. Okay, things have a duration. Okay, like this war, the U and the R war, looks like it might be winding down. Is everything going to be okay? No, not forever. Inflation, recession, depression, and famine come around every possible, every now and then. Economic pain, joblessness, repos of cars and home. We want to avoid COVID and wars. Okay, now things have a duration, and the one that comes to my mind is my ex-husband was so sick. Everyone's trying to do everything to try and make him feel better, and it was pretty much going to be fatal. And I said to my son, don't be in a hurry for it to be over, because when it's over, it's really going to be over. So I had the night shift because I'm an insomniac, so night after night, I prayed the rosary, and I'm telling you, it did help. I remember one morning, the lifting team came in because it seemed like possibly he had a stroke the night before. I was sitting there, thank God, and they said, come on, let's get you up, and my ex-husband's going, I can't. I go, Mike, you were just walking, and he sat up in bed, put his legs over the side of the bed, and got up, and they walked out, and there was nothing but amazement on their faces. But you know, I had been praying to God. God is always faithful, even good or bad. If things go really bad, and you can fortify through it, you know, you can stay the course, you're going to be stronger and more resilient when the next one comes. Which I'm not trying to be a Pollyanna, but my life was not all puppies and roses. It was crap for years. But it was really crap, but 90% of it was good. So you have to think about it that way too. Not everything is good. Like one of the real bad things that happened to me is my dad dropped dead suddenly one day, and so it's like, oh no, you know, that was real bad. So I'm sure a lot of you can relate to what I'm saying. So you guys, please like, comment, and I hope this encourages you. And remember, you cannot go wrong standing on the word and God, or it doesn't have to be the Bible. It can be a good word. What do you think these life coaches do? I got a really good tip from a life coach. Listen to the music that you used to like when you were young. My son did crazy AI music, and if you pay the AI, it will sing like you. And I love it. We also did AI art. Here's my son's, this is me via the AI. And you know, the floral arrangements to enjoy life. and God bless you all.